This is Debbie Funderburg. This is for Dr. Jeff Longing's class, Public School and Community Resources. This is our signature assessment, and it's a District Community Agency Strategic Plan using a SWOT analysis. The school that I'm using for this analysis and plan is Eastside New Vision Charter School in the Warren School District in Warren, Arkansas. This school houses K through 3 for the Warren School District. SWOT is an acronym that stands for Strengths, Weaknesses, Opportunities, and Threats. This type of analysis is a structured planning method that evaluates those 4 elements of a project. In this case, the SWOT analysis was used to determine what is or is not effective in this school's system and procedures, so that effective changes can be made for improvement in that school. Our school has many strengths. Listed under strengths in our analysis were the administration, teachers, and staff put students' needs first. Our teachers get to know students well and make a lot of effort to get to know their families and situations, which helps them in getting to know the students better. We have excellent support and leadership throughout the school. We have an active PIT crew or parent involvement team. They're always willing to help and head up any kind of fundraisers that we need. We have willing local emergency responders. We have the local city police, state police, fire department, sheriff's department, and ambulance. The school safety professional development is mandatory to keep us up to date on things that we need to know. We have a visitors passes rule in place. The administration, faculty, and staff are required to have ALICE training. We have active shooter drills and training done during the school year. And the panic button policy has already been implemented in our school. The weaknesses we have listed in our SWOT analysis are that we have multiple outside buildings requiring students to walk through open transitioning spaces. Many of the entrances to buildings are not visible to workers and are continually used throughout the school day. They are left unlocked to admit the students, teachers, and others to go back and forth through those doorways. There's an inability to have constant student supervision when there are transition times, restroom breaks, and things of that nature. We have refusal to conform to present safety rules based on habit and comfort with past rules. Many of the people who have been working there for years tend to just continue doing things the way they've always done them in the past. The local police are not currently set up to receive panic button calls, even though we already have this policy in place at the school. Our current monitoring system for visitors is that they stop and get a pass at the office when they come through the door. This is based on the honor system, and it's not very effective in regards to safety against unwanted intruders. The type of building safety implementation that we need to secure our school is expensive, and financial resources are limited. Some of our opportunities are that the district is concerned and wants to make changes to keep our schools safe. They are looking into a buzz-in system with cameras that would help make that possible. We have a PIT crew who is enthusiastic about helping raise awareness and funds for the security project. Our local police have agreed to work on implementing the panic button response system. This would be a great way to involve parents by providing parent safety meetings to inform them of school policies and procedures for our school. And we can utilize safety drills and practice more often. Threats that we listed were funding, slow decision making regarding the choice of the security company and equipment that's needed for the job, openness of the school campus which makes it extremely difficult to secure. And the school's campus consists of several different unattached buildings that need to be accessible to students, teachers, and others to transition to needed places. The change is difficult for staff and security is lax because they do things the way they've done in the past. The vision for Eastside New Vision Charter School is empowering tomorrow's leaders today. The identified problem or issue. Providing a safe place for our students to learn is mandatory for optimal learning experience. As violence and threatening incidents become more commonplace in our nation, we are obligated to take precautions that better protect our students as well as those who work in our schools. We encourage parents and the people of our community to be an integral part of the education experience and welcome their visits to our school. After all, studies show that children learn better when their families are involved in their education process, and we believe that to be true. Unfortunately, having an open door policy to admit anyone who wants to walk the halls of our school is not all right in today's world or even in our small community. Although we encourage parent participation and involvement in education, it is imperative in today's society to monitor anyone, including family, who is admitted into our school. This is for the safety of everyone. At present, we have a very simple monitoring system where a person politely stops to obtain a visitor's pass before going any further than the front office. Unfortunately, that rule is difficult to enforce and not effective. That rule uses the honor system, which means that those who follow the rule are probably the ones who we would gladly admit into our school anyway. Those who break that rule by walking past the office and not stopping are the ones we needed to keep out. To ensure that unwanted visitors and outsiders are not allowed inside without permission, a buzz-in system that includes video is being researched but has not been decided upon. We believe that creating a safe atmosphere for our students is imperative and enhances the learning experience and environment. Community resources and agencies needed. Eastside's Pit Crew, the Warren Ladies League, KWRF Radio, the Saline River Chronicle, the Eagle Democrat, East Lab, and the local emergency responders. Eastside New Vision Charter School's Pit Crew is a great resource because of their enthusiasm and willingness to head up projects and fundraisers for our school. Their main goal is to enhance the educational process to meet the needs of our students. They are always more than willing to take on multiple fundraisers to help financially fund projects for our school. And they will also volunteer to help in other ways where they are needed to meet the goals of the school. The Warren Ladies League is an organization whose sole purpose is to provide what they can to meet the needs of the children in our community. They have a strong support base within the community and work hard to raise money for needed projects. Their efforts are far-reaching and respected in our community. Although they usually provide for needy children in the area and support education by providing scholarships to seniors who need help going to college, they will be a great asset in providing monetary support for this project, as well as assisting in the cause of awareness. KWRF Radio is a great help with public announcements and informing listeners of important happenings in our community and schools. We are also fortunate enough to have 2 local newspapers to help our efforts. The Eagle Democrat is a staple source of information in our area, and the online newspaper, the Saline River Chronicle, is a newer but equally important and respected source of news and information for the community. These 3 media resources are the main sources for spreading school news and happenings. East Lab from Southeast Arkansas Community-Based Education Center is set up to have students work on authentic projects that will help them in life and careers. Enlisting their help with awareness brochures would be a great help for us and would also provide projects for their students to work on. Our local emergency responders, including our city police department, fire department, the sheriff's department, Arkansas State Police, and the ambulance service, are willing and faithful to help with any emergency or to assist in training drills for safety. Their expert knowledge and advice will assist in helping to make the right choices and decisions in this process. Plan for securing community resources and agencies. Plan of action step 1, which consists of 5 parts. First, plan an informational meeting with the school's pit crew to make them aware of the needs our school is facing in regards to safety and security. Fill them in on the what, when, why, where, and how this process needs to be implemented for the well-being of our children in the educational environment. Secondly, attend a monthly meeting of the Ladies League to inform them of the findings of our analysis and introduce the idea of help from their organization. Give them the opportunity to brainstorm ideas that they feel will meet our needs and that they would be willing to oversee. Discuss their ideas as well as the committee's ideas and try to come up with a plan for their organization to be an integral part of the process. Third, contact Jimmy Sledge, owner and operator of KWRF Radio, Rob Reap, owner and operator of the Saline River Chronicle, and Danny Cook of the Eagle Democrat to discuss what our school needs and request feedback on ideas they may have to assist in our efforts. Ask them to take the time to think about how they can use their media resources and capabilities to make an impact on the safety issues facing the school. Contact the East Lab facilitator at CBEC to see if designing and producing brochures and flyers to help spread the word and educate the public on the needs of the school in regards to safety is a project that they would be willing to take on. It would be educational for the East Lab students and beneficial to our cause. Invite local emergency responders to a meeting to discuss the findings of our analysis and ask that they take some time to brainstorm ideas that will help us make our campus secure and then get back with us. Also, ask them to plan dates they will be available to assist with emergency drills for the schools as well as the community. Plan of action step 2. Plan a follow-up meeting with the community resources and agencies to obtain feedback. Allow them to present their ideas for helping with the project and discuss their willingness to go forward with being a part of the process. Plan of action step 3. Meet with the SWAT team to compile a list of the type of help the resources and agencies have offered and discuss what will or will not work to help in our efforts. Report back to those who have offered help and notify them of the decisions so they can be prepared. Role of community resources and agencies. The pit crew will plan 2 fundraisers, one in the fall and one in the spring, with the proceeds earmarked for our school safety project. The Ladies League will pledge a donation from the proceeds of their yearly auction, which is their main fundraiser. In addition to this donation, the Ladies League will also host a community awareness meeting at the school and one after school at a time more convenient for working people. KWRF Radio will help community awareness of our project and needs by making announcements in the form of local school news. The Saline River Chronicle will post our plans in the school news section of the online paper, and the Eagle Democrat will publish informative articles to help spread awareness to the community. East Lab students of CBEC will design and produce brochures and flyers that outline the safety issues and needs of our school. This will help educate the public in our area about our concerns for the children in school. Heads of local emergency responders will meet at the school and give opinions on the effectiveness of our plan in regards to safety. They will also participate in school-wide safety drills throughout the year to better train adults and students in the building on actions that will encourage safety for everyone. Community Resources and Agencies Justification. The Eastside Pit Crew is a willing source of help for anything that makes our school better for our students. They work hard to raise money for needed projects and are always ready to be of service. They will provide funds from the sale of t-shirts in the fall and cookie sales in the spring. These two fundraisers usually produce large profits and will be a great asset to our project. The Ladies League's main focus is taking care of children in our community. They offer help to individual children in need as well as rewarding scholarships to graduating seniors who need help getting started in college. Their donation to this project will allow them to help a really large group of students in our area and will make a big difference in our efforts to make this project happen. Each November, they host a very popular holiday auction, which is their main source of funds. A percentage of their profits will be earmarked as a donation for our project and will help tremendously. Our local radio station and newspapers are the main forms of information in our area and reach the majority of people on a daily and weekly basis. Utilizing their help is a mandatory part of this effort because of their wide reach. Student well-being and safety are concerns of the entire community, and any effort to ensure the safety of our children is newsworthy. They will spread the word about parent community meetings that we will provide and use to educate parents and others in emergency procedures. East Lab students will benefit from the experience of designing and producing our brochures, and we will benefit from the publicity we receive from these brochures. Our local emergency responders are of vital importance because of their knowledge in the area of safety, security, and emergency response. Working with them to make a plan will ensure that we cover all bases to provide a safe environment. Having them participate in emergency drills will help ensure that we are providing proper procedure training to the students. Fiscal, material, technological resources needed. Fiscal. All resources and agencies involved will contribute supplies, time, and effort to make the fundraisers profitable for our cause. Material. Our school's East Lab will put together awareness brochures and flyers to contribute to our project. These will be placed at local establishments on checkout counters by our pit crew so that they reach a wide audience. Technological. In addition to our radio and online newspaper, we will be taking advantage of our Eastside New Vision Charter Schools Facebook page to get the message out and to provide a means of receiving feedback from the community. Plan for securing fiscal, material, technological resources needed. Each member of the SWOT analysis team will be assigned a job or jobs to take care of for seeing that the needed resources are secured. A deadline will be set for all members to have completed their jobs, and a meeting will be set to report successes or failures to the rest of the team so that alternative measures can be taken in case of unforeseen problems. Any new developments can be presented and handled promptly so that the project does not fall behind in the timeline. Laws and policies impacted by the plan. Arkansas Safe Schools Initiative Act, Arkansas Code 6-15-1303, has to do with school districts providing annual training for its employees and students in the event of acts of violence, terrorism, and natural disasters. Also, Act 950 of the 90th General Assembly requires all public schools in Arkansas to implement a panic button alert system. And this panic button alert system has already been implemented in our school. Major goal. Our major goal is to provide a safer learning environment for everyone who works and attends our school. By securing entrances to our building with a buzz-in security system, we feel that our building will be safer for everyone and more easily managed rather than relying on the current visitor pass policy that we have found to be highly ineffective. To provide a safe learning environment for students requires that we provide a safe classroom environment where they are free to express themselves without fear of ridicule, but it also requires that we make the walls outside the classroom a safe barrier in which they can thrive. This plan will help us provide that safe place for our students to feel secure. We plan to work hard to reach this goal and be able to implement this security system by the end of the 2016-2017 school year. Project objectives. Short-term goals. To get the project underway by calling a meeting and assigning SWOT analysis team members their jobs in regards to starting the process by contacting the Ladies League, radio and newspaper contacts, and local emergency responders to assure that things are moving as planned and report any obstacles so they can be corrected to keep the project moving forward. Using cooperation and valuable resources will provide the funding needed to acquire a needed security system in a shorter length of time. Long-term goals. Have a security company install an effective buzz-in system for the school to monitor anyone who is allowed into the building. Provide more education and drills in regards to emergency situations so that students and adults will be safer if the need ever arises. This project also enables us to include parents and our community and will help form bonds with our education process. Short-term key strategies. First, to enlist the help of Terry Calloway because of her extensive emergency procedure training, to be head of a school safety team to educate students and workers on proper safety procedures. Terry will coordinate with our local emergency responders to provide proper training to all involved. Next, in addition to Terry, the safety team will consist of the current members of the BLT from the K1 building and the 2-3 building. These committee members will work closely with Terry to see that safety education is a priority and a continuing process in our school. Next, the committee will stay in touch with the community resources and agencies on a regular basis to aid in the effort and to keep the project moving forward. Next, to contact ANSCO Security, Arkansas State Security Incorporated, and Alert America to obtain quotes on a buzz-in security system with cameras so we have a number to work toward. Long-term key strategies. Have emergency procedure training as an established and ongoing process each year and include classes for parents and the community to keep them updated and informed. Raise funds to enable our school to implement our safety plan, which includes a buzz-in safety system with security video cameras. Contact the security company that is chosen from the quotes to install the system. Results and outcomes. The expected result or outcome from this plan is that after working together to raise enough money to install a buzz-in security system for our school and educating the community on why this is important, we will be able to keep our school safe and out of harm's way. We will have a security system that is technologically up to date and will provide the safe environment our school wants and needs.